our Trustee Secretary and Chairman of IHMR University, Dr. S.D. Gupta Sir, as our guest today. I would now like to request Dr. Gupta to address everyone present here. Dr. S.D. Gupta is a name which requires no major introduction. He is an experienced director with a demonstrated history of working in the public health education and research, hospital and health management, health systems and evaluation. Strong public health professional with MD and Doctor of Philosophy focused in epidemiology, chronic diseases from Johns Hopkins School of Public Health. And currently, he is working as a chairman and distinguished professor at IHMR University. He is also a director at WHO Collaborating Center for District Health System. He is the chief editor at Journal of Health Management and also a Gates Leadership Fellow. I would now like to request Dr. Gupta sir to address everyone present over here.
Thank you very much for inviting me in this e-convocation.
Most welcome, sir.
Very delighted to be with you all and this new way of holding convocation. We have learned the ways how to deal with the new emerging situations, and this is one, how to go about convocation. We all know about this COVID and what's going on. Our whole life has been disturbed, whole working has been disturbed. But I think we are very resilient and we have come back with our normal working through our different means. So let me first say on behalf of the management board and the governing board of IHMR, welcome Dr. Nagendra Swamy and Mr. Anil Kumar in this convocation and agreeing to be with us at this point of time in this convocation. I'm very delighted to be here. Dr. Usha Manjunath, our deans, faculty, dear students, their parents, and distinguished guests. It's really a moment of delight for me to be with you at this convocation, which is very uniquely organized, and we have learned the way we should go about. It's a moment of pride for all of us. Sorry, it's a moment of pride that graduates are passing out and then they will be joining the workforce in the health sector, in the hospitals, health systems, consulting organizations, private sector consulting and research organizations, and what. There are many areas in which they have very strongly contributed. They are going to join that alma mater who have, our alumni have been really an agent of change. I take pride in saying that we have transformed management systems in hospitals and health systems in our country. We have been able to produce over 4,000 graduates specialized in health management and hospital management and pharmaceutical management as well, and health information technology management in healthcare. So they have been and they are very much in demand, and I'm very proud to say that they are doing a great job. And they have brought great name to our institution. IHMR Bangalore is one which is the main campus, an important campus in the south of India. And now we see that the IHMR has made its place in southern part of the country. We are very happy with this, that the students are passing out after 2 years of hard and rigorous work. I know that faculty is generally demanding, but that is their job. Otherwise, the students try to, escape from, but faculty has this important role and responsibility to keep them focused, keep them on the learning track, and in that sense, they may become unpleasant at times. So, but I'm very proud of our faculty as well. They continued their hard work with the students, and today this day has come. This is convocation, and you are going to get your degrees today. So let me convey my hearty congratulations to everyone, those who are getting their degrees today. And it's also a moment of pride in the annals of the history of IHMR South Bangalore that they have been continuously providing good, effective training and managers to the health sector. Our graduates have done wonders. As I said, they are the most preferred managers in the health sector now. This is the first preference goes to IHMR graduates and then to others. As I said earlier, they have transformed. How have they transformed? And the students who are graduating today, you have become now part of legacy of IHMR. And you have to carry on with this legacy. We have to really, your predecessors have brought laurels to the institution, and you have to continue to do so and remain connected to the institution. Unfortunately, students, once they graduate, they get so busy that they don't have time to come back to their alma mater. And I think this is something that we need to take care of. If you remain connected with your alma mater, you learn many things, you get opportunities, they help you to explore. So there are so many advantages to remain connected with the alma mater and the institution. And the institution will always be willing to help you and provide you opportunities for future growth. That's what, so don't forget us. Remember that this is your first job. Don't take it lightly. You do any job, first job is very, very important. And getting placement from the campus, it has an advantage. Because for getting a job, you need experience and you don't have experience. So institutional placements provide you and protect you from this catch-22 situation. You don't have experience, you don't get job. You do job and then you get experience. So that is what is happening. So we need to always remember this is our first job and we must do this with all integrity and hard work and commitment. And I can assure you, you might have not received the salaries or packages which you might have expected. Remember, you are going to learn at the cost of the institutions where you are going to work. So that is the discount they will take. But after 2 years, I can guarantee this, you will be very, very different, precious people, and you can put a price tag on you. But do this 2 years, 3 years, hard work with commitment and honesty. This is something everyone should remember. Jumping jobs very early, say within 6 months, it is disastrous for your career. It's not the right way of doing things. Because you should remember one thing, if Dr. Nagendra Swami hires you, he will take a reference from me or other peer hospitals that how is this student or how is this person. And if he gives a negative feedback, then you are in trouble. So your first 2 years should be of hard work, commit to it whatsoever is this job. There is no such mean job as such. Remember this. So your hard work and commitment and devotion to your work, and try to keep on learning during this. That is, the institutions are in fact investing in you to make you learn and prepare you for future and giving you the desired experience. So don't miss this opportunity. And I can tell you as a recruiter, I conduct so many interviews here and there every year, so many times. And the applications are rejected in my office simply that it is your 8th job you are changing in last 8 years or 5 years. It seems that you have problem with you. So I will never hire such a person who changes job frequently. So keep this also in mind that the employers have their own perspective of hiring people. They definitely need people who are competent in the areas in which they need them. They should be ready to work immediately, get onto it, and deliver. That's what they are looking for. So keep this in mind. Don't jump here and there. Devote yourself to the work that you have taken over, and with full commitment, deliver the results which are expected from you. So the first job is very, very important. Now you are going into the professional world. So you are no more students. Here in the institute, you were in the protected environment. You were doing all naughty things over here, trying to, bunk classes, find other ways of skipping and all that. But in the profession, that doesn't work. You can't bunk. You can't take alibi that why this has not been done. The employers really do not consider this as positive thing. So it's very important that you are no more a student. Your role is changed. You are now health professionals. You are managers, and you will upgrade yourself in coming time into leadership position. Many IHMR graduates are now in leadership position in various hospitals, reputed hospitals in India and outside India. They are in the leadership position in the research organizations, international and multinational consulting organizations, WHO, UN, and like that. But this is a long journey, and you have to not only be an effective manager, but also develop yourself into an effective leader. That should be your course of progress in the coming time. Think of continue to grow, and how do you grow? Be competent, do your job, earn goodwill. And one thing that I keep on saying, how people will know you. You will be known as a very good worker or as a very good manager, but in that institution only, or in that circle, you will be known as good worker or good manager. Oh yeah, he's very nice, or she's very nice, very good work he does. So they will take work from you, and you are happy, they are happy, but your path should be, you must develop expertise, must be known, must get recognition, and develop some specialization, something unique in yourself. So this comes, you handle so much of data, help the hospitals and health organization where you work, use this data, generate new knowledge from that data, and publish it. You will be known for your publications. Your name will come up world over in Google search or PubMed search or Scopus. If you do it, if I have to hire a consultant, I look at the Google search. Who are the people who are there who do this kind of work? So you will get known in the external world if you publish your work you do, and you have to take into confidence your employers, your MDs of the hospitals or healthcare organizations, and with them you should work, should motivate them. Now the life is yours, and you are entering the profession, the health workforce, and unfortunately this time that you are entering is very difficult time. So protect yourself, stay safe, and Keep on doing what is required to do by you. One thing that I wish to share with you, it is getting a bit longer, but I just want to help you, give you some tips. Be optimistic always. Be positive about life. Think positive. Don't think negative. Don't be suspicious. Don't suspect. If you are honest, if you are true, you don't have any reason to be suspicious. You don't have any reason to be negative. You don't have any reason to be pessimistic. Be hopeful and create hopes in others, your fellow colleagues, as well as people whom you serve. So creating hope is very, very important part. What organizations look at the integrity. If someone hires you, they will look at how honest you are and how much committed you are to your work. So that integrity is a very, very important component, and never forget this. We look for people, those who are honest, faithful, and loyal to the organizations. You will grow only when you do. I would say keep your eyes and ears open. You have to continuously grow, and you have to work on your own growth as well. And how do you grow? Learn from others. You learn from yourself and learn from others. And how can you learn from yourself? That is a very difficult question that I have posed you. And that is done by self-awareness, increase self-awareness. Unless you know yourself, knowing others will not help you. It's very easy, or you can think that take it as easy to know others, which is not that easy. But knowing yourself, or that is self-awareness, is very, very important for your personal growth and emerging into an effective leader and manager in the future. So focus on your personal growth, keep on learning, and wherever the opportunity comes, do your further studies, do doctoral programs, do maybe those who are in health, they can go for DRPH or MPH or PhDs. They can go and continue to learn, take new courses. Now Coursera provides all free courses available. So keep on learning. It's not only classroom now. You might not have opportunity to go to the classroom in next 5 years. But then now there's a lot of online learning. So keep on learning. And one of the important thing I keep telling people is learn systematic review. The strategies of systematic review, if you don't have data, you can generate data by systematic review. And there are free courses available for systematic review to continuously learn and create new data and work on it. So the other is your behavior, interpersonal behavior. You should behave the way you want to be behaved and treated by others. Be respectful to others. At least respect the dignity of people, whether they are co-workers or they are your patients or people around you. But maintaining dignity of people is very, very important, and especially dignity of having their view and expression is very, very important. So do respect the opinion of others. You may have your opinion, but respect others' opinion. You may not follow it, but you can. You should be respectful. Have good behavior, because behavior takes you. I could be a wonderful surgeon, but my behavior is not good. I am not a teen man. I will not achieve glories and success in my profession. So behavior is very important. Be cordial with your patient, with your bosses, and try to. And I want to give you also one formula. How to succeed? To succeed is make your boss dependent on you. This is Dr. Nagendra Swami may not like it, but make your boss dependent on you, then you will have a lot of work, and the boss will also get a kick and you will also get a kick. You will definitely excel if you work closely with your boss and boss trusts you. that if I assign him this job, this will be done in time. And very importantly, learn to communicate effectively, clearly. Improve your English if it is not. Now, these are very simple things that I am talking about. You need to learn to communicate what you want to say. It's very important. And learning of English language is very, very important in our profession. So effective communication is the key to make the things happen. So with this, I will say you have achieved it, you deserved it, and you are getting your degrees today. And I wish you all success and a bright future you have. We are always available to you. You can count on us. Join alumni groups. Connect with the website of IHMR South and remain in touch with us. And be available to us. We plan that after this e-convocation, whenever the situation is normal, we will bring you to the campus and we will celebrate. We'll celebrate your graduation. That is the assurance I would like to give you. Whenever things are normal, we'll meet again. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity and patient hearing. With best wishes again. Thank you.